Hey everybody, my name is Dallas Flugel, and this is my bird Perry. He'll chirp a little bit, and hopefully the mic doesn't pick that up too loudly for you. Also have a couple dogs that are going a little crazy. So if they start barking, my apologies. I had this idea of I want to take an 0-6 team and make them go to the playoffs. And I thought if I played every single game from that point, maybe I could do it. And so here we have the Cowboys at 0-6, and you can see that there's some pretty bad losses in there. That 745 one for the Browns is bad, but here you have the overalls, and so you have 69 and 68 offense or defense, and then 72 defense. I'm just going to go through our roster here, and our wide receiver is really that Julian Edelman. That's the main guy that we have as far as threat on the offense, and so we don't have much to work with, as I'm showing you here. There's not really anybody. There's nobody over 80, and most people are around the low 70s or high 60s. The reason this is this way is because I traded all of the picks for the Dallas Cowboys to get these 25 draft picks. That's going to be another video that's coming. I'm going to make that video about a whole draft class of just rookies. So if you're interested, you should stay tuned for that. Wait a minute, was that Carter Coughlin? Huh, let me check something. Carter related to Tom Coughlin? No. Okay, he can stay. Just the rest of the team showing you here, and you can see, I got Adam Vinatieri, that there's nothing really here to work with. So this will be largely due to my play, which is going to be a problem because I have not played this game very often. In fact, this is the first current Madden I've owned probably since 2012. So it's been a long time coming. You can see there that teams aren't not looking too good. We're 0-6, and there's a lot of teams up at the top who are in that 4-2 range. Here's the schedule that we have coming up, which is fine. I feel like you have the Eagles up there. I'm playing them twice, and I'm playing the football team twice, and I've already played the Giants once. So I have a lot of control in the division. If I win out, I think I can go ahead and go to the playoffs. The real big key will be the games against the Eagles, because they're 4-2 at the moment and I am 0-6. So those would be huge wins for me. Here we are, the first game of the season, and it is not the first game of the season, but the first game that I'm playing of this season. And the play of this game is totally different, by the way, just totally different. And this game goes really well. I mean, it was at this point when I'm returning this punt that I'm like, okay, I think there's something up, because I remember something about Madden, which is you never return a punt for a touchdown. At least I never did. And so this game ends 72-70 on that safety, yep, I'm on rookie, and the reason I'm on rookie is because I was making trades. So I thought about all Madden, but like I said, I haven't played a lot, so back to all pro. So this game's important, and you can see that I'm down big early on in the game, 10-21, and that is not a good thing for me because I need this game. This play really bothered me though, because who lets, on the last play of the game, 6 seconds left, who lets the wide receiver get behind him like that? Oh wait, and then this happened, which is just crazy. I didn't think that was possible. Like, no team would actually allow that to happen, and then it happened later in the playoffs. It's crazy. And if that gets cut out for any reason, it's because there was a problem, because I showed Tom Brady throwing to that wide receiver for the Buccaneers a touchdown to end the half against I think it was the Green Bay Packers. So here we have something that becomes a little bit of a theme for me, which is just I'm new to this game, and I cannot stop missing those. So as you can see, you got ahead, and I'm 23-21. Feeling pretty good about this game, and then things start to go awry. That was a 4th down, and then they score on pretty much the next play. No worries, I go down, get intercepted pretty much at the same spot, and this time they return that all the way for a touchdown. And no worries, I can still make a comeback, except for I throw another interception, to which they score another touchdown, and this thing is out of reach, and I throw another interception, to which they score on again. And yeah, this just doesn't go well. Though at the end of the half, I'm solid. That's right, got that play down. And so that is not good. I needed that game, and I was pretty sick of this game, so I did not even look at the stats, I don't think. Fast forward to the next game, Steelers. Go through this team. Defense is pretty solid. I can't stop missing those field goals. This dude is going to have a ridiculous amount of sacks the way that I'm playing him, which I'll show you guys later. Kick a couple field goals. I do end up making this game a lot closer than I want it to. You can see that they score here with 3 minutes left, and then they have a chance there to tie the game up if they were to score a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. So I made up a few games there, 2-7. Still a long ways to go. And now, yeah, because the Eagles are 5-3, I'm 2-7, so I made up one game. Here's the play that I'm running, and I'm running with some pretty big success, which is that mid-blitz play. It's a nickel double gap, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to overrun the offensive line and leave someone free. And for whatever reason, the person that's free is that left end, which is, I can't think of his name now, but it's not Bobby Carpenter, the old Dallas Cowboys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Jenkins and push him towards the center, which is going to take Sean Lee, put him towards that guard. I'm going to take that end and put him on that tackle, and it'll leave that that end there. I guess that other guy's defensive tackle, and that'll put that end free. And you can see that this actually works pretty well with most of the teams that I play against. For some reason they don't get rid of the ball like they should, and it's probably because I'm not playing on all Madden, but that's what's going on. Clay Matthews, that's his name. And so I'm getting a bunch of sacks doing that. In this game you can see I got down 10-0 before I get finally something with a little run in here, and then later on in the game I get a couple of this, just interceptions, man. I throw so many of these, and that was big because I was in the 4th quarter. And here we have a 4th and inches that I have to make in order to keep the play alive, which I think is necessary at this point. And so I run this little run play, which gets me nowhere, and turn the ball over, which is not great news, but no worries, I got my secret play. And that sack right there puts them pretty far back, and they miss the field goal. So get down there again, it's 2 minutes left, and I've got pretty similar play on as before. I don't really like my options, but I run up, and again another rushing touchdown for that guy. This is big. This is 1st and goal, and we've got 1:15 left. They're in the hurry up. I'm calling my same plays, trying to get some people. That looks like a score, but whew, that was close. It doesn't get in. Get a sack here, which is good because there was open field in front of him. So now they're 4th and 15 in goal, or 4th and goal at the 15, and that play goes into the ground, and you have 6.5 sacks there. Now 3 games behind the Eagles. This is looking much better. Still 3 games behind is a lot of room to grow. This is a game that I don't even bother showing you because we won 37-10 and we need to keep the pace moving. So back to the standings, you can see because of that game I made up a game, so now I'm 2 games behind. I was a little nervous about this game because I'm playing the cover of the game, and I don't think I needed to be nervous because we just rocked them. And I don't know how we scored on this one, but that game was pretty well decided, 28-3. Those 3 takeaways, I throw tons of interceptions. So they're going to win the turnover battle pretty much every single game because I am still learning this. Didn't make up any games in the standings, and that's okay because I have a few more games left. So here we go against the Bengals, and this is just an example of how they just don't get rid of the ball forever. They hold on to it forever. And my defense seems to do well here. My offense is what struggles, and you can see that's a 9-0 lead in the 4th quarter. They throw this play and get into the end zone, and now it's 4th and 9 with the game on the line, and get a interception off of that. So that was good, and go ahead and get that game sealed up with the last second field goal that was unnecessary. Because gotta build stats for kickers too, right? This is just like, there's no way I'm gonna make it with a wild card looking at all these records, and look, 8-5. There's tons of teams that are 8-5. Even the Eagles, who are leading the division, are 8-5. They're 7-6. And something interesting that has happened is the Giants are 7-6 now, and I'm 6-7. So I'm a game behind, and what is that? 13 games. So there's 3 games left in the season. So I've got these 3 teams: the 49ers, the Eagles, and the Giants. One thing I don't know a whole lot about the tiebreaker system, but I think I need to beat these teams by a lot. I definitely need to win all 3, but if I beat these teams by a lot, that might count for something. I know it doesn't count for something until further down, so I am going to try to run up all of these scores for sure if I can. This is interesting. The way that I traded around, I picked up free agents and then traded. 49ers took up Colin Kaepernick, and so he is their starting quarterback for the season, and they did all right. And that right there is a touchdown to win the game. You can see now that I'm 7-7, and 8-6 are the 2 opponents. Here comes the Eagles, and right away I'm down 7-0, but I've got to win this game, so I am going to run pretty heavy, and that's a familiar sight to Eagles fans, which is Carson Wentz fumbling. And here we go. Now I'm up 7 and getting some runs in there now. 21-7. Not 21-7. Not 21-7. I feel you. Then we're at the 20, again at the 5-yard line, and this is 4th down. Not 4th down, but in the 4th quarter, and I'm just trying to get points because I think that might matter. Surprised that wasn't intercepted the way things go, so I ended up winning 28-7. That means the Giants are 9-6. They have sole lead of the division, while the Eagles and I are tied at 8-7. So I've got to beat the Giants now. I'm a little bit worried because the Eagles are currently ranked ahead of me for some reason, and I don't know what that's about. That is a bad sign. Okay, so at our 3-yard line, and early on, 2nd quarter, I break this run off. This is pretty cool. I haven't had a run for 97 yards, well, ever, because I'm not an NFL player. But that was pretty cool. And then they're down by the goal line to return the favor, and it is 7-7. I get down to their goal line. I like this play a lot. I run that and get that guy, that tight end, open quite a bit, and I like the read option that they've added into this game. That's nice. Another missed extra point. This is so bad. I don't know. I just don't know why I can't get that down right. That's a familiar sight to Eagles fans and Giants fans, which is their quarterback fumbling. And I take this one back for the score. Now we're at 26-7, and I think things are about to get a little out of hand. So there's a score of 33-7 now. Got a screen on here. Spin move that somehow successfully works. That guy, I don't know how he made it into the end zone. Looks like he was short as well. And we get another fumble, sack fumble, and then returned by Mr. Sean Lee, Mr. Cowboy. And then here, I'm not letting it up because I think the score matters, like I was telling you guys earlier, and one of the few deep pass plays that's not picked off by me. So end up going 54-7, and you can see there at the bottom that the Eagles have beaten the Washington, or are up at least with 28 seconds left in the game. So that is not good. Actually won the turnover battle in this game. Clay Matthews had 10 sacks. He ends up having a crazy year as far as sacks go. I believe the number was like 53 or something. So yes, set the record. And now I'm going to see if I made it to the playoffs. No, the Eagles did. So you just watched a video. Like I did this, but you watched the video where I didn't even succeed. So really, who's the real failure? Insulting the audience, that's going to be great. We have three teams here at 9-7, and the question to me is, why did the Eagles make the playoffs and the Cowboys and Giants get eliminated? So I went over to NFL.com, looked at their 3 or more club tiebreaker rules, and so the first thing that you see on there is head-to-head. I played, everybody played each other twice. I know that I won one and lost one against both of those teams. The question is, how did they do? And the Eagles won one and lost one against the Giants. So we're all 1-1 in that area. So back to the tiebreaker list, which says best win-loss percentage in games played within the division. So we're going to go over and look at that stat, and you can see that Cowboys and Eagles 4-2, while the Giants are 3-3. So they're eliminated. I really like that X over the Giants, with them being small. It looks nice. Back to the head-to-head, because now we have 2 teams that are tied, and we know that the first and second one we don't need to worry about because those are the same, so we can go to the best win-loss tied percentage in common games. So this takes a little bit of work, but here's a little breakdown of what games we had in common. You can see that it was same result for every single game except for the Cardinals and 49ers, but we're still at 7-5 with common opponents. So on to the next one, which is win-loss percentage in games within the conference. So we go back to that other screen that shows us how we did in the division. This time we look for conference winners, and you can see here that we went 6-6, and so did the Giants, oddly enough, but they're eliminated. So now we're going to strength of victory, which is the 5th one. This one is like the teams that you won against, what was their win percentage or record. This is a little bit painful, but I figured out that since we had so many of common opponents that we had similar results to, I could just look at the differences, and you can see the Cardinals and the 49ers are the only difference, so we need to look at what their records were. The record for the 49ers was 10-6, and the records for the Eagles were 8-8. So now there's another game that was played where we both won, and that was against the Vikings for me, and the Eagles played the Packers and won. So what are their records? Well, 5-11 and 10-6, which leaves us of a total for 15-17 for the Cowboys and 18-14 for the Eagles. And that, my friends, is why the Eagles went to the playoffs and I did not in this simulation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you're interested in other simulations to run, like what would happen if you had a whole team of rookies play together and just build up? Could you eventually get them to go to the Super Bowl? It'd be interesting, right? If you think that's interesting, you should stick around for sure. That's all I have. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.